Have you heard of this secret industry for writers? Okay, I'm Tiffany Garside. I am a freelance copywriter, international marketing strategist, podcast host, keynote speaker, all the things. And look, this industry is popping, okay? But when I started out 8 years ago as a freelance writer, I didn't know about the best industry out there, okay? It's called B2B. That means business to business. So let me give you a breakdown of exactly what business to business is. I want you to think of your local businesses, a few big businesses, tech, real estate, finance, think executive coaching. Think about the people that are in prominent positions, CEOs, founders, all these different people. They need someone to help them sell their products and services. So this could be a printer, this could even be a coffee machine, or this could be a coaching package. This could be a retreat. This could be a tech software solution for other businesses like Asana or ClickUp or Notion, all these different productivity tools. Or it could even be a finance offer, okay? I serve a lot of finance companies as well. This could be tax relief, bookkeeping. The options are endless in this industry. And so today I'm going to give you this free masterclass. All of this is free. This is going to be about 20 to 30 minutes long. So you want to get your paper, pen, your notebook, because after this training, ma'am, sir, you are going to know how to bag some resources with your creative expertise and your natural writing talent. So welcome. These statistics are so high in content marketing and freelance writing. 54.5% of businesses plan to spend more on content marketing in 2024 than in 2023. That was just last year. All these businesses are like, hey, we need writers. And this is where you need to come in as a freelance creative and serve them what they need. Now, the only thing stopping you from doing this right now is having the expertise to know what they're looking for, okay? But I want you to also pay attention to this statistic. These are both from Siege Media and Winter. 47.6% of businesses plan to spend $5,000 to $25,000 on content marketing in 2024. This is the daily life of a freelance entrepreneur, of an email copywriter, of a content marketing strategist, where you can have contracts out. And by the way, the contracts I have out right now over the next year and a half are worth over $46,000, okay? Now let me tell you a little bit what I do day to day. I wake up, I look out over my balcony because I have this gorgeous balcony because I live on an island, okay? And so I see these trees, I see coconuts everywhere. It's just a beautiful life. I wake up, slow, easy mornings. I don't wake up at 4:30 a.m. and go work out and do all these fasts. I don't do all that, okay? I get up around 7, 8 a.m. and I relax. Some mornings I paint, some mornings I just sit back and drink some coffee. Some mornings I feel very creative and I just dive right into my work. It really depends on how I'm feeling that day. So there's an immense amount of freedom. And then I go through and see what my clients need. My clients are mostly in need of email copy, but the issue is they don't want to write it themselves because they have written it themselves in the past. And now they're burnt out and ready to travel. Currently one of my clients is on her 4th trip of the year, international trip, by the way. Why? Because she now has the free time and the capacity with me as her ghostwriter coming in to write better emails than what she was able to write, okay? And so you too can do this for your clients and serve them in an incredible capacity once you learn the art of email writing. Email B2B writing is the bread and butter that businesses are looking for in 2024 and beyond. As you can see, they already are putting into their budget about $5,000 to $25,000. So can you imagine what it would be like to wake up in the next 3 months after taking Write Your Way to Revenue 2.0, link in the description if you want to go ahead and cop that. Can you imagine taking that workshop and then 90 days later, you are living your dream life? You get to wake up at any time you want. You do a few writing projects during breakfast. You write out some emails. Now you can't do more than 500 words with email. You want to keep it less than 500 words. Even 250 is a good number. And you have some strong call to actions. You're using adjectives and your natural love and the poetic vibes and creativity that you already naturally have because you already love writing, okay? And so you don't have to be an author to be a lucrative writer. You don't have to struggle to find clients anymore when you go the email marketing B2B route because these are retainer clients, okay? And let me tell you what a retainer is. A retainer is similar to how a law firm will be on a retainer for a business or for their consumer when they have to do a case, okay? But you are the retainer writer, yeah? Are you ready to be the retainer writer? That's where they pay you month by month. They sign a contract with you for 3 to 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever the contract is, maybe even 5 years, right? They sign this contract with you. A lot of tech companies do this right now as well, finance, real estate. They sign this contract with you because they want you to write 10 emails for them per month, or 20 emails, or 5 emails per month, or whatever the number is. And so the reason that they need you is because they are too busy as marketing directors and CEOs. They don't have the capacity to write incredible copy. And that is where you come in, my friend. Now, a business spending over $4,000 or more per post is 2.6 times more likely to have a very successful report than those who spend $0 to $500. So this shows you that there is money out there waiting on you. It has your name on it. There's money out there that they're setting aside in their budget, but they are only giving it to the best writers. This means the writers that are not totally relying on ChatGPT. This means the writers that know how to be poetic. This means the writers who are willing to go the extra mile to be diligent and learn to articulate a business's value intrinsically and extrinsically so they can really pull on those emotional strings of the readers, okay? Content marketers reported using AI tools to generate content 47% and design elements 28%. So 47% of content marketers out there are using AI, but I want you to look at this statistic from the frame point of someone who values human-centric stories, creativity, and unique selling propositions. Let me just tell you what a unique selling proposition is. If you're a business, I serve a lot of different finance and tech companies. If you're a business, you have a unique selling proposition that is, hey, we do this differently than our competition because we use this process, or we use this different framework, or we use this tool. This is where you come in as a writer and you're going to say, hey, even though I use AI for research purposes, AI is not the foundation of my writing. My writing is psychology based. My writing is based on real human stories, things that are going on in day-to-day life, and taking reports from your business's clients, interviewing the clients and consumers of said business to understand their pain points, to understand the language that they talk about their problems in. If you can do that consistently on a month-by-month basis, like I've been able to do the past 8 years, then you're gonna find yourself in a very lucrative field, basically printing your own money, becoming your own ATM as a writer. Can you imagine a world where your words actually produce wealth for you? That's the world I've been living in for the past 8 years. And let me tell you, it is amazing. And it's not only amazing for me, but it's amazing for the businesses that I serve, because a lot of them are Black-owned companies. A lot of them are mission-driven. A lot of them are helping their community or the people on the outside world, because a lot are global firms, to take the message to the next level and go global. So the next statistic I have is 71% of content marketers reported using AI to help with content ideation, brainstorming, and keywords. This is good. This tells you right here that wise marketers are using AI for brainstorming, okay? That means outlining, finding keywords, finding research, but they're not allowing, smart marketers are not allowing AI to do all of the heavy lifting, okay? So this is where you come in as a human writer, okay? Now, 51% of content consumption derives from organic search. This is something called search engine optimization, SEO. Say it with me, say SEO. Search engine optimization is like if you go into Google and you're like, find the best chiropractor in Columbus, Ohio. And then 3 websites pop up. Guess what? That chiropractor office had an excellent copywriter or content strategist who wrote those keywords into the website copy that they provided. And by the way, you can also be a website writer. I've done about probably 32, well, I can't even say that, to date over the past 8 years, probably 121 different pieces of website copy over the past 8 years for clients in various industries, from home care to wellness, to sunscreen, skincare, hair care, finance, technology, Mostly finance though. About 50% to 60% of the work has been with finance firms and finance executives that offer executive coaching programs. And so you can come in and write the homepage, write the about section, write the frequently asked questions page, write out their blog, write out the contact form, and guess what? A project like that goes for about $3,000 to $5,000. But if you're starting out, you can charge $1,000 to $500. Now again, the gap is that you're gonna have to learn to write this content. You're gonna have to learn how to be a website copywriter. And I am pleased and honored to teach you that in the next session of Write Your Way to Revenue. You can check out the link in the description to see when that's available, but there are only going to be 10 slots available, okay? And if this video performs relative to the previous videos that I do on this topic, it should get about 1,000 views. And so that means you have 1,000 eyes looking at this video, 1,000 people thinking, let me join Write Your Way to Revenue, but there are only 10 slots. So that means you're gonna wanna go ahead and get your slot for $250 to master the lucrative field of digital writing before the slots run out, because if you forget to come back and sign up, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna keep doing this video. This video is gonna be a little bit longer, and so you're gonna wanna just go ahead and get your slot right now. The last session I did 2 months ago was completely sold out. So when it's sold out, that's it. I have people emailing me like, hey, can I join? When should I join? Guys, subscribe, like, save this video, whatever you need to do so that you don't lose track of this, because once the slots are filled, that is up. Again, $250 investment to learn how to make 4-figure contracts for years on end, because that's what I've been doing, and it's a rather beautiful lifestyle. By the way, if you want content marketing, writing, creativity tips all the time, like nonstop, and you want to follow along for what the creative agency is doing, go ahead and follow at Tiffy G Writes on Instagram, and you're gonna see all of the buzz in the marketing industry or on the online business industry, and you're gonna learn how entrepreneurs are out here living their best lives, traveling, buying property, buying farms, buying, whatever they want to do. They're living their best lives through entrepreneurship and the magnetic world of email marketing, okay? Now back to our notes here. So I told you about the hidden industry that is copywriting, how you can get into executive coaching and sell offers on executive coaching. You can sell HR offers, you can sell finance, real estate, law, marketing, tech, okay? The options are endless. These are all of the top industries that I've been in. So I know that there's a lot of demand in these markets. The top one being finance, number 2 being marketing, number 3 being technology. But executive coaching, that's another one that takes a big piece of the pie, okay? These are the business advisors, the corporate clients. Real estate is another huge one, because realtors, they want to sell their homes, okay? And so if you can come in and write their email newsletter and get their prospects subscribed, because realtors, typically a real estate firm is already going to have a huge list of maybe 40,000 contacts. They may have 10,000, whatever that number is. But if they're not keeping up with their communications consistently, this is where you come in as the freelance writer, and you write the communications for them. You schedule the campaigns, you send them out. I did this for a client out in San Diego, California for years. Phenomenal relationship, great fun project. It's so fun because who doesn't like to write about open houses? Like, that's just fun. I love writing about it, especially for realtors in our community, because they just want to get those houses sold. And so the audience sees those communications, and you're saying, hey, these are the 8 ways that you can buy a home before spring. These are the 8 changes in the real estate industry. These are the 3 things you need to do to prepare for your home being sold. Content along those lines is going to educate the audience and help them to make a buying decision, and help your audience to understand that your business is going to be top of mind. This is the perspective you want to come in as a freelance copywriter. You can also go in the nonprofit industry as well. Now, the coolest thing about this is that you don't need a degree, okay? You don't need a degree. You can be a college dropout. But the thing is, you need to be excellent with grammar. You have to be excellent with communications, because we are talking communications here, okay? And so you don't need a degree, but you do need to network. You can work at home, and you need to build a personal brand, okay? Those are the 3 non-negotiables. You have to network. You have to invest in your expertise or in getting that expertise. Like, that's hands down not questionable. Like, if you don't want to network, if you don't want to actually go online and learn how to become a writer in the digital age, then you're not going to be a writer. And so you have the ability to work from home. You know, I don't clock into any office. I'm not a W-2 employee for anyone and have not been in over 8 years. And so I'm a 1099 contractor. I work from home or wherever I am in the world. I mean, there are times when I was in the largest mountain range in East Africa, the Usambara Mountains, and I would write from the mountainside on a property that we own in the mountains. It was really fun. Great pictures. You know, I'll see if I can include pictures in the video, because that was one of the most fun writing times that I had. And it was actually, I was writing for an African American company that sold a high ticket luxury item, and it was just super, super fun. So I could talk about that for a long time, but I'm gonna move past that because that was just super fun. So number 3, how do I write for this audience? That should be the question you're thinking about. This is your intro to email copywriting and similar packages. Inside of Write Your Way to Revenue, we're going to go over the intro to copywriting so you can understand the history of what copywriting actually is. By the way, copywriting is getting people to take action on a specific thing. Okay, that's what you're sending emails to say, hey, register for this webinar, buy this, take a look at this blog, view this podcast. Copywriting is actionable written language. It's short, it's straight to the point. Those are things that stand out in the B2B industry. Again, we're talking business to business. They want it short, straight to the point because they want to make the revenue, okay? These businesses want to get their message out so they can make revenue. You help them to make that impact. Then I'm going to teach you the 3-on-3 framework, which is my proprietary framework and process I use for all of my agency clients. They need to understand the 3 emotions their audience feels before and after working with them, so we can then critique the stories and extract the golden nuggets from what that audience is experiencing using empathy, so we can tell stories that actually relate to them. Because there's nothing worse than receiving an email in your inbox that is so sales pushy that you're not doing any storytelling, you're not creating any relatable narratives, you're just pushing yourself on somebody. And so that's when people unsubscribe, and you don't want that. Then we have digital writing class. You have to learn the art of digital writing, and it is an art. This is not like, you know, your college paper days where you have, guys, do not be the writer. Your clients will not be happy if you take the college writing process and apply it to email marketing. If you are sending emails that look like a huge block of text and you're not breaking them up and you're not making them skimmable, then your audience is not going to like that, and that means your client is not going to return. So you can see there's a little bit of nuance and tactical knowledge that you have to have in the online writing world to be successful. You want the email copy that you write for your audience to be like 1 or 2 lines maximum, because we're reading on mobile. And so if I'm reading on mobile, my eyes are just looking to skim and see like power words. I want a few keywords to understand what I can extract from the email. And so this is the mindset you have to have when you're writing the email copy for your clients, and that will help them to create revenue in their business, create impact, get the message out. And so they will have you on retainer, and they're going to be calling you like, can I put you on a longer retainer like ASAP, as soon as possible? Like, I need you for my firm. Do you want a call like that? Because I've had calls like that, and it's pretty great. Lastly, communications in the age of AI, y'all. We gotta talk about this, because this is one of the things I've grown to be super passionate about. When I started out with freelance writing 8 years ago in 2016, it was so much different. There wasn't, AI existed, but it wasn't in the way it is now. We have like Grammarly and Hemingway Editor, which are great tools, by the way, to assist with grammar and editing of your copy and content. But the Chat GPT frenzy has me worried that freelance writers, it's so unfortunate, guys, that freelance writers are not going to actually know how to write creative narratives. That is alarming and scary, that we could be in such an age where we are too lazy to think and to look outside and say, what stories can I draw from the things that I'm looking at? What stories can I draw from my personal experience? What stories can I draw from my client's personal experience? What questions can I ask? because when I started out in freelance writing almost a decade ago, we took a very journalistic approach into intaking our clients. And so when we intake clients in our agency, we use a journalist approach to interview them. It's through the research and interviewing the clients that we write the copy. So 60% of what we do as professional writers has to be about research. It has to start with the intake questionnaire and the research that we do. Then we can write the copy. But we have this shortcut society right now where people are like, I'll just have AI write the entire sales sequence for my audience and everything will be good. And then it doesn't end up good. And if you do that to your clients, they're not going to be happy, okay? They're not going to be happy, so don't do that. I'm going to teach you how to actually spin beautiful narratives that are organic, straight to the point, and relate on a humane, mundane level, because it's the little details that matter when you're talking to humans and selling to humans, which all businesses are, no matter the fact that AI is in a frenzy right now, okay? Remember that you are always speaking to humans, and humans connect through empathy, emotions, and storytelling. That's it. It's so simple. That's it. So I want you to, I already know you have a few questions, and so I'm just going to answer them for you. You're thinking, why would I write when AI can? Well, you're writing because you're a human, and that's that. You're using humane perspectives. You're using your empathy, your intrinsic emotions. You're targeting what's going on with your audience. You're doing some social listening and empathizing with the audience to see what their questions are, and doing that market research, because the CEO of these businesses or the marketing directors don't have time to. That's where you come in, and AI cannot properly do that. AI can do foundational, pull me some statistics, tell me a little bit about this, but as a writer and strategist, because a writer is a strategist, it is up to you to come in and be the executive to perfect that message, okay? So think of AI as like a writer that you would find on Upwork that probably does $5 websites, okay? You're not going to just take that copy and give that to a client unless you want to be in trouble. You don't want the client ever again. High-paying clients want high caliber copy. Okay, and by the way, you can check out my portfolio at the link in the description. I'll leave it down below so you have an example of what this actually looks like in real time. Next, you're probably thinking, what does a typical day look like for you as a writer? Well, it's doing this. It's, having my laptop right here, going in Google Docs. It's very simple. I don't use Word. When I started out, I was using Word and cramming up all the space in my computer. And then I was like, I can just use Google Docs. And so I'll do like a 250 character email. I'll write a 500 word blog for my website. If I have a website copy project, a lot of times that will come with the blogs that my client wants me to write. So I'll write some of those blogs, do some research on the headlines to write, do some research on what the industry is saying right now, understand what people are thinking, so I can then spin a better narrative that will be scroll stopping in that search engine or in the social media feed if that's where I'm writing for. And then contracts and business formation is something that I know you're thinking about. You're like, okay, once I get these clients, how do I sign them? Do I need to structure an LLC, a sole proprietorship, a S Corp? You can go various different routes. You can be an agency if you want, or you can be a 1099 consultant and speaker on communications. There are a few different routes you can take. It really just depends on you. There's not one road. It's more about knowing yourself and what you want to do as a writer and how you can best show up for your clients. For example, I am an introvert. I do not go to in-person networking events. I have been in this industry for 8 years, and I've only been to one event. And it happened to be in Tanzania. It wasn't even in America, okay? And so everything I do, this is a saying I say inside of Tiffy G Writes the Agency. I allow words to do the heavy lifting for my business. And then I allow words to do the heavy lifting for my clients' businesses. And that's literally what it is. The entire foundation of the agency business is letting words do the heavy lifting, okay? And then credentials. You don't need credentials necessarily, but I am certified in HubSpot marketing for email marketing, search engine optimization, and social media marketing. And you can put those certifications on your profile as well. By the way, they are free certifications that you should start like today if you're serious about this, if you really want to be a freelance writer and live your best life abroad. Because, child, I've been in Africa for 4 years now, living my best life, writing on mountainsides, writing in Zanzibar, writing in Kilwa, Kisiwani, and ancient ruins. I'm living the freedom-based travel life so that my children have a full, well-rounded education, you know. Their history lessons take place at ancient ruins and botanical gardens, okay? I feel like we should learn and teach our children outside, you know, not just being strapped to a classroom all the time, but that's an entire different video. So let me tell you about the outcomes that you can get from Write Your Way to Revenue. You're going to access my multi-million-dollar writing portfolio, and it is a multi-million-dollar writing portfolio. I've helped small businesses that just started out super small. Nobody really knew who they were. Today they're in Target, okay? From the website copy that I write, I've helped businesses get from the 6-figure, early 7-figure mark to now being on the road to 8 figures, okay? These are some of the projects that I have spearheaded, not just worked on, but actually implemented the full-on strategy to distribute these campaigns across the internet and across the world. Then you're going to learn captivating and emotion-infused writing. Now, the lifeblood of a good campaign depends on the personality and the emotions you infuse. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Then you're going to be able to source high caliber clients. Now, as somebody that's well known in the marketing and writing industry, I constantly get people to say, hey, can you do this project? Can you do this? And it would really feel good if I could hand those projects off to you. Can I hand those projects off to you after you join this workshop? Because I know you will have the digital tools and expertise needed to fulfill the contract. Let me know. And lastly, you're going to package for profits around the globe. That means you can work with clients in India. You can work with clients in Dubai. You can work with clients in Israel. You can work with clients in America. You can work with clients in the Bahamas, Canada. These are all places that my clients have been in, okay? So the options are endless. Oh, South Africa as well. I can't forget South Africa. The options are endless in freelance writing, and I invite you to check out the link in the description to sign up for Write Your Way to Revenue. I cannot wait to see you there. You are about to live your best life again. There are only 10 slots available, and probably 1,000 people are going to watch this. So before you forget, you may just want to check out that link in the description. I'll see you soon. Talk soon.